Yeah, and there's a reason why I'm starting off this way today, because people need to know that we've not just been facing a legal battle. We've not just been facing a cyber battle, but we've also been involved in a battle of light versus darkness, righteousness versus evil. That's what the battle has really been all about, because you would be shocked to know what lengths people will go to in order to get their agenda out there, and who they're willing to sacrifice to and who they're willing to sell their own souls to in order to get something done and to have money and power.
Everybody, all Tory friends, everybody that even thought to even say that Tory didn't do it. You feel me? You see how they shung them, and everybody wanted to stay away from her, didn't want to speak on it, or wanted to call them on the low. Like, damn, man. You know I love you, you my friend, but didn't want to pronounce that out loud.
Yeah. Afraid.
This is really what was going on. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, a lot of people need to really know who your son is.
Yes,
before
exactly.
the music, you know what I mean? On his regular life as Daystar.
And that's why we sitting here.
I was, because AD, I was the only he knew in jail in California State Prison.
True.
He could have said, you know what? Everything I do is just for Tremel. That I was talking to him about how prison is. We spent over $120,000 on just the prison reform, just running that. People don't even know like what he was doing when I was in prison. I'm maxed out. You see what I'm saying? When they came and they gave us 90 days off, that was because Tory gave them money for the campaign.
Wow.
When they came the next time and gave us 90 days off, that's because Tory gave us the money for the campaign.
Wow.
This is what people don't understand.
Yeah.
Everybody got 90 days off. Everybody in California State prison system, whether they was maxed out or not.
What?
Daystar, yes. See, people don't even understand nor overstand. You know what I'm saying? I was the only person the boy knew in jail. You see what I'm saying? I'm the only one. Hey, I'm the only one. He could have been like, I'm just going to take care of you. Period. You feel what I'm saying? He did for everybody.
Yeah. And
he got behind prison reform before he got in trouble.
Exactly.
Way before he got in trouble.
And that's what a lot of people don't know.
But they keep, no. I even heard a couple of people actually say, like, he just got into, no, he's been into this. It's just they don't but because they don't know, because we haven't had this dialogue or this conversation.
If you don't see it, then
no, because listen, Tory don't tell people shit.
Yeah. That's true.
He don't talk.
He never tells what he does.
I'm in jail every year. Every year that I've been in jail, he gave $50,000 to unite the people for me to pick who I wanted to get out of jail, and for them to pick the people that was in jail around Christmas time.
Absolutely.
Every year.
And an important fact too.
Do they know this or do they not know?
What a lot of people don't know as well is that he was on the advisory board for Unite the People 4 years before any of this stuff ever happened. That's what I'm saying.
These people don't understand that.
And giving money out of his own pocket.
Nobody gave him no money.
I remember there was a video that was taken. Unite the People actually took the video. It wasn't even himself. He doesn't do things for a photo op. And that's people need to know that. There was I believe there was about 50 women with families that their men were in prison at that time. It's out there circulating. I'm sure if people wanted to pull it up, they could find it.
He's been doing it. That's what I'm saying.
And
he's been
there
doing
were
it.
50 women that were in the office. And Caesar, the head of Unite the People, called him up on the phone and said, you know what, man? He was actually there on site in the office of Caesar, and they were meeting in another part of the building. Right. And Caesar, he came to find out that they were having to make real hard decisions because they were going to have to cut people because they didn't have the resources to do it. Right. Tory left the office, went out to where they were having the meeting, and looked at those women and said, no, we're going to do something about this, and right out of his pocket. But he will not tell you these things.
Right.
See, and sorry, Speedy, it leads me to something. When this whole thing started, it took us, we were caught off guard. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not going to front. We were caught off guard. We didn't realize the extent to which the powers we were up against were willing, not just willing, but strategizing. They knew that they had to make him look like a monster because that was the only way that they could now turn around and make it look like he did this to this innocent girl over here. They had to make him look a certain way. And so their spin machine went into overdrive. It caught us late. And I remember because I don't fear men and I don't fear demons. I don't fear the devil. I don't care if it's the Biggie himself. I could care less about him.
Right.
Because I also know the God that I serve. And I remember at that time, people close to me were saying, yo, you know, you don't want to say certain things. A lot of people thought that I was emotional out on the court steps that day. They don't realize.
They didn't understand what you were saying. They just didn't understand it.
Exactly. I was proclaiming something that I would see come to pass. And now we are in that season. Go ahead, brother.
Come on.
Sir.